welcome back. Oh, WeArEuS, and this... Yes, I'm telling them now. This is nearing the end. We are almost not just Monkey Man. We soon will be the Monkey King, but we have to get there first. And I'm glad you've joined us for this last leg of our journey. Last episode, we beat the man, the myth, the legend, Erlang Shen. After days of effort, granted, but we did it. And I don't remember the fight. I still don't remember the fight. I edited the video, but I didn't actually watch the fight. I was afraid of being disappointed that I could have done better here or there, dodged this or that. I don't need that. Anyway, we were rewarded for our victory. I don't remember. There it is. I literally just passed it. With the tri-point double-edged spear from the man, the myth, the legend, Erlang Shen himself. Integrates spear techniques into light attack combo and increases the damage dealt by thrust stance moves. Upon it performing forceful thrust, shoots swords from the staff to attack. Long unchallenged, I stood alone. Now a rival emerges, my equal shown. Yeah, I think we deserve this, okay? I probably don't need this right now. Though this doesn't really help me either. I mean, with that in mind, I'm not using pillar stance right now, so... Do we have anything for a thrust stance? No? Okay then. Back to this, I guess. Anything useful here? It's going to be a bit of an adjustment going back to using spells. But I also haven't played the game in... Oh, I don't think I've played it this week at all. 5-ish days? No, this is Thursday, so about 4 days? More than 4 days, probably 5. I would have recorded it on Saturday. Yeah, so since Sunday all the way to Thursday, 5 days, right? Thursday is the 4th day of the week, so yeah, 5 days. I mean, I'd need 3 pieces of this, and I don't really want to change out the mask. Though it's not really doing anything for me either, so maybe I should just... Well, I don't need that right now. That's more for bosses that have just, well, rip me apart if I don't have some sort of protection. We got something else from him, and I don't remember what. Got a lot of materials in here for stuff that I just don't really care about having. So, who was that? Oh, that's what happened. Enslaved Yaksha. So that's a no. Where were we supposed to be going? I guess it'll be the last map. Wrong. Well, yeah, I could have skipped that because it heals you when you travel. Ah, yeah, I remember everything now. Okay. It's quiet, so we're definitely done with this place. Right? I mean, I know there's one other boss here, and I don't have what I need in order to wake it, and I don't really care about it or whatever I may get from it. Because nothing will ever be Erlang Shen. And yes, I mean be, not beat. Nothing will ever be Erlang Shen. Therefore, every fight that is to come most likely will bore me. That said, I will... whatever. I'm pretty sure we're done here. So where do we go next? I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go somewhere else. You have to forgive me. And remember, it's been about 8 days since I actually paid any attention to where we were in the story or where we needed to be or go. It was all about Erlang Shen for a good 4 of that, and the 4 after, I've spent wrestling with a PC that is struggling when it comes to suffering under viruses. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I don't freaking know. Sad to say, but I am lost. Okay, we'll cruise around for a bit and then see. I really can't just... I have no idea why they wouldn't have it so you can just run, jump, and the cloud appears, or swoops in under you and takes you away. I mean, I remember everything we... Oh, I remember now. So there is a place around here somewhere that was Wukong's little hideaway. I need to find that place now because I think it's over here with the waterfall. Just looking for extra fights, that's all. I remember there being a waterfall involved. I don't think this is the one, though. Well, at least I have some form of direction now. You know, the issue is finding what I'm looking for. Okay, so I was right. It was over here where the Son of Stones used to be. Or Brother Boulder, if you're a dick. I'm not. I don't know what you've heard or who you've heard it from. Why? Why are you like this? We could have been friends. Like, well, I could have salvaged it. I don't know if I told you guys, but I discovered something very interesting. You can fall from whatever, good lord. I did it again. You can fall from whatever. I was going to make a masturbation joke, but I couldn't figure out how to frame it. I figured out you can fall from whatever height you want, And you can save yourself from dying simply by using... he wouldn't use Cloud Step to save his life. Simply by using Cloud Step right before you land, or frankly, a decent enough height before you hit the ground. So, you know, the more you know. I don't remember how I learned that. It was some time ago. Before I started in on my grind against Erlang Shen. And I think we go through here, right? You want to not do that, buddy?
Just ahead. It's beyond our way.
Can you imagine that? I could have literally just walked a little bit this way, gotten this unlocked, and I never would have had to bother surfing around looking for where this place was. That said, there was no way on earth for me to ever actually know that I wasn't literally going to be locked out of going back to do whatever I wanted once I passed through that crack in the wall, or whatever it is now. Not weapons, armor. I thought I had unlocked something else. So, do we not have any armor that has to do with the thrust stance? If we're going to have non-able equips, the two-piece for this would be pretty good. Dodges. Really? Seems like a bit of a missed opportunity. There should be armor sets for every stance. I don't know why I'm bothering to look at that. I looked at the armor, so I know all of the effects now. Nothing new here either. Like I said, I don't remember all of the stuff we got from that fight because that day is a bit of a blur. I'm out of stamina. Of course I am. You know, I would like to try the set that grants you the sandstorm effect during your light attack combos. But I don't remember what the set is, and I don't want to go looking for it, but I do know I have it, and that it will be terrible for my DPS. Well, for my survivability, I mean. It might be interesting for my DPS. Is it an armor set, or is it a staff? If it's a staff, that's so much worse. So then it's a staff. That's not... Yep. Rat Sage. I really wish this was an effect on armor. This would be really good right about now.
Curse it! You're in my way! Move it or lose it! All of you!
Ah, the scenic route. I haven't bothered using any mana because, frankly, 1, these guys are no threat. 2, I'm not entirely sure I want to. As again, I'm so in... I still feel the Erlang Shen mode. And I just don't want to use any mana. In case I want to, frankly, almost double my damage. If it were a real doubling, we'd get 300 attack, but that's just not the way it's going to work out. Frankly, I don't need to be bothered with these guys. And there's not a thing they can do to stop me because they're all trash mobs and they know it. And they stay in their lane, you see? Okay. No idea why an alcove was needed. But I probably shouldn't be bothering to look for, you know, secrets or extra stuff because this is it, frankly. If this sends me backwards, I'm going to be kind of upset. Oh, we got a new spell. I think it's a transformation. That's the other thing we got. I don't know if we're going to have the opportunity to swap spells now. No, surely we will. We've traveled a very long way. So there's another shrine coming up soon. In the meantime, I'm going to sit here playing Horizon Walker. Frankly, I'm just rolling for new stuff. See? I know what I'm talking about. Look at that. Do hate running up hills in this game, though. The loss of actual speed is palpable. Yeah, sure, why not? So, just recently I acquired Dullahan, or the Headless Knight, and, you know, I don't really care for using male units in games where there are an overwhelming majority of female characters, or, you know, just... Yeah, we can leave it at that. But he is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen in a while. He's probably not broken, but he is on the way there. He is what it looks like. Oh, right, the thing. I almost freaking forgot. I mean, if you look up Broken, the Headless Knight from Horizon Walker gets a footnote, without question. And so, this was our other reward for finally overcoming the wall that was Erlang Shen. Azure Dome. Might cost high. Between the boundless dome and mortal plains, this lone monkey stands, unyielding and unstained. Transform into a stone monkey, gaining immunity to shock and poison. Absorb and convert frost and scorch to empower yourself. Retain access to the Destined One spells and convert any pre-transformation focus for use afterward. Light attack is the primal punch, unleashing a rapid flurry of punches building up focus. Heavy attack is the Earth Shatter Slam, crouch and gather strength, and then leap into the air, bringing down both fists with an earth-shattering strike. If empowered by Scorch or Frost, additional effects can be inflicted on the enemy. I'd probably go with Frost, since if I have a certain item equipped, relic maybe, I don't remember what they're called right now. If I have a certain item equipped, it would allow me to ignore or bypass the enemy's Bane resistance, so I could inflict Frost on them, unless, I don't know if it's resistance or immunity. It's probably resistance, because immunity would probably be disgusting. Anyway, the point is that I would use Frost because it slows, which would probably throw off my pattern recognition for the enemy's attacks, but that's fine. It's funny to see them move slowly. Additional effects can be inflicted on the enemy. Charging can be cancelled by dodging without losing the focus built up. That's great! I really wish that would trickle down to the base Destined One. So when I'm using a heavy attack, I don't lose my focus if I dodge out of it. But what can you do? Spell Monkey Mind. It's right trigger X and right trigger Y and right trigger A. Build up focus and cast a variety of spells. Each spell consumes a different amount of focus based on your spell's set. Oh, I forgot to... There we go. Now I'm pretty sure anyway, that there's at least one more spell that we don't have. Which is sort of spoiled by an item, or a medicine, more accurately. I don't know what it is or what it's called, but it's... well, I'm pretty sure it's resurrection.
Over here! Hurry! Hurry!
Oh.
He said we'd find him here, but I don't see a trace of him. There's nothing but a rock here. What's this supposed to mean?
Well,
The egg that holds Wukong. I gave it a knock, but nothing happened. Maybe you should have a closer look.
yes, of course, because I'm the special one. You're just Uncle. That seems normal.
You're here.
We're here.
Step aboard.
Hey, old monkey. I hope this isn't a one-way trip, is it?
Isn't all life a one-way trip? Once you embark on the journey, there's no turning back.
What is this place?
His memories. Since his early days, he'd had an eye for the finer things and a will to wrest them from others. Laying his eyes on, then craving to seize their riches. No better than the black bear and Jinja, I say.
You can't have an eye for the finer things while the Buddha oversees the three realms? Well, I hardly think that's fair.
How insatiable. Not content with his kingdom and title below, he asked for a position in the celestial court. But soon after his wish was granted, his joy turned to rage, all because he wasn't invited to a feast. He nearly ruined the entire celestial palace. Ears fume at unfavorable news. As untamed and ungrateful as that yellow rat. Beasts are beasts, don't you think?
He was young. He didn't know any better. Hadn't learned from the Buddha or our master yet. Aren't you being a bit harsh? Dredging up the scandals from his youth?
Like his adulthood was any better. Since his release, he had claimed to have learned manners and discipline. Yet his weak Frankenchurch gave him away. Posing as an idol, he degraded the gods. Clear was his defiance of the doctrines he had learned.
Well, he was just being naughty. Aren't all great achievers somewhat self-obsessed? Myself included.
Nose in the air, feeling above others. I say he was no less insolent than that yellow-browed brat.
Wait, isn't it that lady of some sort? It was her tricks that made Master drive Wukong away.
On White Tiger Ridge, he forsook his love. 3 times he broke her into pieces, convincing himself his heart would ache no more. Yet, as you must know, he had never let go of her. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been so eager to get away from the Buddhahood he attained. Those who talk much of love will one day bite their tongues. On this matter, he was akin to you and your many darlings. No matter where you are, you'd always fall captive to the web of mortal desire.
Why bring me into this? True, I don't have the wits to break the web, but he had torn his way out since that day.
Take a look, Bajir. Can you see? Many of your good friends are here.
We're just fair weather friends, that's all.
But they are still friends, aren't they?
So you say, so it must be. These old buddies. I think none of them ended up well.
Indeed. For ages, countless gifted souls have walked this earth. Yet of them, how few have forged everlasting greatness? Do you know why?
Injustice?
Never has it been just.
Misfortune?
Fortune is simply humility in the mighty.
Well, mayhaps. They simply lacked my charm.
Gifted they may be, yet strive they not. Content with little and lost in lust. Seek the ease, yet crave the renown. They yearn for freedom, yet aspire to Buddhahood. They always want both, yet nobody can and nobody should. Such was the folly of the Bull King and Wukong. Destiny's favor calls for the resolution to sever all desires. You should mark well these words.
Hold on. This can't be Wukong's memory. You're fooling us, aren't you?
5 of the 6 relics call for one. Bajir, tell me which.
Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Mind, it's mind.
What did you just see?
The 3 of us?
That was the last one.
Oh, I see now. It was you. I knew it from the beginning. You were the mind of Wukong all along. That's why you led us here.
Not me. It's him.
Don't make me laugh. Him? He is Wukong.
Yes and no.
Cut to the chase, will you? We didn't come this far for your riddles.
After Wukong died, 5 of his 6 senses endured and were taken by the Yaoguai kings. Only his mind was lost. Mind is the first of the 6. It's the essence unique to every life. Therefore, it's destined to fade away at life's end.
Hold on. You mean Wukong's gone for good? Never to return? You old bastard! You've been lying to us all this time!
That Wukong you knew will never return. But what made him remains. The universe will always bear him a successor. One who shall carry on his name and nature. This chosen successor is the Destined One. Nameless you were, yet perils and mighty foes you've braved to recover his relics. Your will now stands resolute, worthy of his power.
You mean this boy is to take Wukong's name? He's not.
Soon Wukong is long he wasn't all that perfect. Now that he is dead, this one perhaps shall bear the name in his stead. Here, we can venture forth with you no further. This task is yours alone. Soon Wukong left behind a broken shell, stripped of all his 6 senses. Though ages have passed, it maintains a connection attuned to the echoes of his former self. If you truly are the one destined, you must cast aside his soulless shell and merge the 6 into one. Then, you shall be the one to begin the journey anew.
No, not on his own. He's just a kid who knows nothing. I'll go with him.
This place is shaped by Wukong's lingering obsession. It allows only his relic bearer to face the final ordeal. We can escort him no more. See it for yourself.
Hear me, son! You can always run! You don't have to bear Wukong's name!
What fun would that be? Understood. Probably doesn't matter. No, this one. Hold on. What set is this ochre arm guard from? Because I don't recognize this set effect. Raging Sandstorm. Upon performing a successful hit with a charged heavy attack that costs 4 focus points, grant a duplicate that lasts for a relatively short duration. What? What? I've used... I've used this set... What? I've used this gauntlet? Whatever. I've used that armor piece many, many times, and I have never seen that effect. It's the ochre set. But it's only got a three-piece effect. I have one of them, so the other might be armor. Yeah. How do I actually get that effect to activate? Because it's not highlighted. Ochre, this is it. Okay, let's try equipping the three pieces then. And then just see what happens from there. I don't understand. Does... First off, I'm extremely confused by the appearance of Raging Sandstorm. It wasn't there before, because I would remember being able to create a clone if I use 4 focus points. I would remember that. So why did this effect suddenly appear? And it's not tied to the set itself. And thank goodness I could actually afford it to even check. But it's definitely not tied to the set. But does it have to be lit up in order to be in effect? I think I know what that is. That's something that I can only get from beating the game, isn't it? And once I have it, then I can use this effect. In which case I need to get rid of this armor. Whatever gives me the most defense. Okay, for some reason it's not reading my inputs, so I'm just sort of stuck here. There we go. That stays. The defense is the same, and I like this better, so. Oh, really? Ignores their resistance, so maybe it would, if they're immune to an effect, it'll penetrate anyway? Or affect them? We don't really have any medicine, do we? That's fine. first phase should be easy. Really? He just perfect dodged on me, didn't he? You're not going to get away with treating me like chaff, but... treat him like Erlang Shen, catch him in the middle of an attack. I could have dodged it if I used Cloud Step. See, the issue here is that I'm treating this like it's a fight with Erlang Shen, and I'm not using spells, which I very much could be, and frankly should be. I pressed the dodge button, but nothing happened. Perfect. I mean, I know I got hit, but I wanted to catch him in a way that would prevent him from being able to counter it. Just in case. I could have died there. The arena is not large at all. What if you didn't? I actually can't skip this. Couldn't tell you why. You're wondering why I'm not using his transformation, aren't you? Because I'm waiting to make it epic. He's using Strand. I think I have to beat both of them, though. Why would it change? I forgot I had that. Don't. What?
guys, chat, let me know if you've been through this, okay? Imagine you think you're hooking up with a 9. You show up at the restaurant where you're supposed to meet up. You see her, and you notice that she used a photo that's 20 years old and 300 pounds less. And so then you're just like, ah, hell no. So you just text her from the parking lot. Sorry, I gotta work late. I'm not gonna be able to make it. And then drive away as fast as possible. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened at least some of the time. Aussie men have this thing where they love to talk the talk, but they won't walk the walk. Look in the mirror. She said that maybe I'm on right before you're about to go that's probably legit love. If you have absolutely no interest, and in fact you'd rather do anything else, once you got the lust out of your system, you'll in your best interest to end that relationship sooner rather than later, because if anything with the less painful it's going to be for both of you, because there's clearly nothing there. So all of you who are still dating, you need to do this. You need to try this. Right before you're about to meet the girl, just clear your mind, so to speak. And see if you still care. See if you're still looking forward to meeting her. Or if I'm I'd rather just be rolling $100 for
You must have heard tales about him. Some say he helped Tung Monk fetch the scriptures, was granted Buddhahood, and stayed on Mount Lingshan thereafter. Some say it was not him who was granted Buddhahood. The real him was already dead on the journey to the west. Some say that the journey never happened. He is nothing but a monkey who lives in some storyteller's tall tale. But now, you will hear a tale which no one has ever known.
What does it matter if you become a Buddha? That headband has always been on your head.
Keep those eyes wide open. Watch me rip it off and break free.
Soon, Wukong. When you defied the Celestial Court, I had to seal you beneath the mountains with my immense power. Yet, after enduring punishment, you embraced the dark, uplifted good against evil, and subdued Yaoguais throughout the journey. For your contribution, I now bestow upon you the title of Victorious Fighting Buddha.
He defied the Celestial Court, and the Jade Emperor imposed 3 ordeals. Only when the chicken finishes pecking the rice, the dog laps up the flowers, and the lamp burns through the key, the rain will fall.
final toast before we crash the Celestial Palace!
All right. So, to start things off, the fight. It was difficult. Sure, definitely. I've spent the past I think 4 hours fighting this guy, and that's not including time I may have put in before today. This is currently Saturday. This week's schedule, the uploads have been completely ruined. That is my fault. Technically, it's the computer's fault, but it's also my fault for not making time to figure out why the computer was behaving the way it was. That issue, if it's not been taken care of by what I've done, I at least know what is causing the constant slowdown. Actually, it was something ramping my CPU usage up to 100%, making it impossible to do anything after the PC's been on for, I guess, let's say 12 hours at least. At first I thought it was something on one of my hard drives. I have many hard drives. I really don't want to have a virus check. I don't want to run a virus scan on every single one of them because we are talking about hundreds upon hundreds of gigabytes worth of hard drives. Not to mention the 1 terabyte hard drive that I have. I already checked the PC itself. The C drive is fine. Frankly, I find it so weird that the PC doesn't have any viruses on it. I actually think McAfee is lying to me. Is it McAfee or McAfee? I don't care. I'm just that paranoid about it. I want to run a malware scan with Malwarebytes on everything, but Malwarebytes takes years to complete scanning, and I just can't be bothered with that. But I think I found something that will fix the issues I've been having so I can stay on schedule with uploads going forward. Granted, we won't really have issues with uploads. All I have to do is just record Stalker, which is what we're going to be doing now that Wukong is done. Now, before I get to that bit, back to the fight. Like I said, it was difficult. I've spent more time on it than I expected, but he has some really silly abilities. Also, today, for whatever reason, there was some new armor uploaded or added to the game, which is good stuff. It decreases your stamina consumption when jumping, and then the unique piece gives you the ability to have a brief window of invincibility when doing a jumping light attack. And the entire set is the set effect is a 2-piece. So the head, that is beautiful. I would actually really love to use that, except it'd be purely cosmetic. Well, I don't have a real need for headgear now, but that's. I wonder if I can show you guys. Okay, right. How do I proceed? I'm. Hmm. I'm in a spot where that this is a little soon. Okay, we'll do it in order. So the boss fight was difficult, but I beat Erlang Shen. Nothing after that can be difficult. So my use of the word difficult is just a habit, let's say. Erlang Shen was difficult. Wukong, he was tricky. Yeah, that's the word I would use for this fight. Wukong was tricky. But again, I'm viewing everything through the lens of post-fight with Erlang Shen. Nothing's ever... Also, the spear that we got from Erlang, I completely forgot its talent, or its unique effect, or whatever it's called. It summons in flying swords when you do the varied heavy attack follow-up, the varied combo heavy attack follow-up. Difficult to get that one out. The damage isn't great, but there's a lot of it. Like, so much. And if I weren't wearing that armor piece and I had the ability to crit, oh, that is, oh, goodness. That definitely helped. Also, not being stuck, being unable to use the transformation again to buy myself time and remember that I still had a full heal medicine left over. Oh, that transformation came in so clutch. I don't say that often because I don't like the phrase, but it did. I cannot stress that I just don't like overcoming Wukong. Really good. Also, the follow-up animation, I am going to be honest, it feels like I was only paying half attention even though I was watching the thing along with you guys. I don't understand what I saw. Like, I think I understand some of it. But for the most part, it was cool. Definitely interesting. But I have no idea what I was looking at. Naturally, that is a me problem. Don't really know how to go about fixing that, so I'm not going to worry about it terribly much. Now, we get to where we currently are. So, I am aware, unfortunately, yet fortunately at the same time, that if you do not start a new game plus, there's stuff you can get. I don't exactly remember what. There's a Wukong stance. I don't know how you go about getting it, but that's the way of it. And I think, I am not sure, I think there's something else that you can get if you continue the journey rather than entering a new cycle as it's phrased. Entering a new cycle in itself, you'll be able to add a new level to the relics that you've acquired. So you'll be able to get one of the other talents And you can do that over and over again until you max them all out. I don't think there's a new relic to be acquired. Maybe it'll say here after I read this, but I don't know. There's plenty I don't know. I happened upon the stuff that I do know while looking for something I no longer remember what. Vaguely. I have a sense of what it was, but I don't care enough to go looking for the memory. So, going forward, the way things are going to currently be, we're going to continue the journey just to see. And I would like to show you guys the armor that we got from the update. We are going to come back to Black Myth Wukong without question, without a doubt. Because it has been confirmed that there will be DLC. I don't know what. I'm assuming it's going to be a story or, some whole extra expansion type deal. And if it is, and it's even half as long as this was, just at base with the way I did things, and there's stuff to do and places to go and things to see and find, you had better believe we will see this game again. Until then, though, it will just be whatever until that particular day comes. Currently, that whatever is called Stalker 2. If you guys haven't been watching that, the zone knows, and you had best start watching. Otherwise, it may make decisions about you. And if you don't get that reference, it's because you haven't watched. So go watch that so you can understand the reference. I'm not even going to tell you which of the... I need to upload the 7th episode today, which I'm going to do as soon as I'm done recording. Yeah, I have to record the episode for Monday. Sucks, but that's sort of where we are. It's almost 5 now. So I want to put it off because night is coming and I don't really get much out of my Sunday because I have to go to sleep at about 8 to get up to go to work very, very early in the morning. What was I talking about? Stalker? Right. Go watch that. That's fun. So here we have Enter a New Cycle. It's basically New Game Plus, as you would expect from a Souls-like. The Destined One. You can now enter a new cycle and embark once again on the extraordinary journey to the West. In the new cycle, you will inherit the levels, talents, armors, and weapons, spells, vessels, transformations, and spirit skills obtained in the previous cycle. However, I could have actually read it as it was before. I would have, but I just wanted to read it. I just wanted you guys to be able to read it along with me. Squandered that whole thing. Be aware that story progress and the related key items shall be relinquished. Prepare yourself, for the adversaries you shall encounter on this expedition will pose even greater challenges. Challenge. Opponents recorded in portraits can be challenged again, either by dueling them individually or fighting them in succession with customized curses. Along with various treasures as rewards, your best records will be documented to inspire your spirit and strengthen your resolve. Okay, so a boss rush with rewards. I don't hate that. And then I remembered that Erlang Shen is a boss, and suddenly my willingness to participate has dwindled to nothing. I'm about as flaccid at the idea as you could possibly be. Where am I and why? No, seriously. Okay, this is... Okay, I am back. There was something of a disturbance, let's say. Do you guys know how bad it is to live on the ground floor of an apartment? If there is an upstairs that is not connected to you and is basically just a room someone else can take, don't do that. Because there's no telling when they're just going to let animals in and they're not even like, the interesting animals. They're animals in human skin. Now, I'm sure the furries out there I'm sure they find that to be a fascinating idea, but trust me when I say, you don't want this. For a long time now, a lot of noise has been coming from upstairs. It's just this side of being obnoxious enough for me to make a complaint. Granted, I don't imagine that it would change much of anything, because I know up there is an old guy and a kid. There's basically nothing that is going to be possible there's basically nothing he'll be able to do to get her to stop being a retarded little monster and making noise and stomping around at all hours of the day. I say all hours, but I'm usually here early, but that doesn't really matter. The time of the day that matters the most to me, I want quiet, so I can focus on the things I enjoy, like playing games and watching YouTube videos, while ignoring my disappointment in myself and the thoughts thereby that would follow if I allowed myself to think about that, which I don't. Let's not dwell on that though, shall we? Look at the funny tassels on the funny fungus hat. Where were we? Right, we were here, almost dying. Drink is empty. Glad the hat can't kill me, though it's trying. Anyway, right, the armor. That's what I wanted to do. So, look at that. And the eyes even blink. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any better than that. Though I would love to see them try. Oh, this also has a unique effect. So there are 2 pieces for this set that have unique effects. After a successful hit with a 3 or 4 focus point attack, moderately increase movement speed and reduce the stamina cost of all actions. There's no implied time limit. Usually would say for short duration, medium duration, moderate, and so on. Cool. The other effect is on this. As I said, jumping light attacks gain a brief moment of invincibility. Neat. You know what I've never used? I remember I did try using the varied combos to see through enemy attacks, but once I got a better staff, the one that granted focus over time if you saw through an attack, just really wasn't worth it. So, seeing through attacks in general just stopped being worth it. Though, spamming the varied combo. Yeah, the varied combo follow-up for with this staff. Being able to spam that would be pretty good. Though I have no idea what the timing is for seeing through with the thrust stance. I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't care. Leave me alone. Did we get anything? No. Certainly not. No money, no sparks, nothing. Just brought back here is all. And I guess that's fine. So, that brings us to the end, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that you have seen thus far. And don't forget, your DLC is coming. And when it arrives, we will return with more. And so, with all that said, even if you decide to ignore my warning and not watch the Stalker 2 playthrough, no matter what, no matter how, no matter why, no matter when, we will see you next time.